Well, hello, my friends. I'm excited to be here with Julia Bailey, Donor Relations Coordinator for QLI. Julia, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me. Like I said, I was really excited to see your email come through and get to talk about QLI.
So here we are in 2024, and looking ahead for QLI, I know September is one of your big events, one of my favorite events. I have a lot of favorite charity events, but I just truly love an evening at the fair. It's so much fun. So coming up in September, we'll talk a little bit more about that. But why don't we just talk about QLI, the organization, your mission, and who do you serve?
Yeah, for sure. So QLI was started um, 30 plus years ago, and we serve a population of individuals whose lives have been changed or altered by an injury such as a spinal cord injury, a TBI, or a stroke. And I would say QLI is not your traditional therapy. I know when a lot of people think of a rehab facility, they think of a very strict rehab setting, but QLI is definitely not that.
Yeah.
Uh,
I just know too, just being familiar with the organization. I mean, people, they don't come to QLI because they want to. There's something that has happened in their life. It's typically a tragedy where they have, like you said, get rehabilitated and get back to where they can be with their families. And you truly are getting these people back to their families or to their jobs, which
yeah. So a big thing for us is we don't want the therapy here to just be, hey, let's walk you on the treadmill for 20
yeah,
minutes today and then we'll see what we can do later. Or, hey, we're going to do an hour long speech session and then we'll head you back to your room. What makes QLI truly different and getting them back to a place in life where they're successful and happy and see that there is life after their injury is how we marry their passions um, with their therapy. So that way their therapies are integrated through their everyday, through what they're doing through the entire day. And it's also integrated to getting them back to that passion. So if they enjoyed fishing, how can we integrate that into your therapy? How can we integrate that into your physical therapy session and your speech therapy session?
yeah,
If you have the goal to walk your daughter down the aisle, okay, how can we practice that and integrate that into every day? If you're a mother and you just want to be a mother to your kids again, or like continue to do what you were doing with your kids before that. What are those things that you did with your kids and how can we integrate that into your therapy? And I think that's what really makes QLI different.
yeah. I agree because people are going back a lot of times in a situation where they're in a wheelchair. They're, they've had a brain injury, so they're able to speak, or their speech is impaired. And that's all a part of the rehab, but they really are going back in a little bit of a different person that they were before whatever happened with them. And QLI, again, being out at the campus and everything you guys have to offer to create a quality of life. I mean, it truly is amazing.
Yeah, it's being and working here, it's so crazy to see the advancements people make while they're here. And we've had one resident who when he first came, we didn't know if he was going to be able to talk again. But through finding his passion in music and stuff like that, and he would sing along to these songs. And that's just something that another way of integrating it. Like, okay, maybe he's not ready to just talk, but maybe we can play this music and see if
Yeah.
we can integrate that into what he's saying. And that's like one of his biggest passions is music. So it's finding those niche things about people and using it to getting them back to where they want to be.
Yeah, and the different sensories that we all, respond to. Yeah, again, just such you guys do such a great job. I want to talk about an evening at the fair. Again,
Mhm.
it happens every other year. I know you had to take a year off with the pandemic, um, but happening this fall in September. What makes it, I can speak to what makes it unique and original and just something that is like a must go to event, but I'll let you speak to that. And also, it raises funds and awareness for what you guys do.
Yeah, so I will definitely say you probably know a little bit more about the fair from a going there
Yeah.
perspective. I'm right now doing the planning, helping out with that. I haven't
Yeah.
had the chance to go yet, but I am so excited. But the fair is really unique to QLI as well. It's different than your typical gala. We're not going to make you come and get all dressed up and sit and listen to a bunch of speeches, even though those are beneficial and can be fun. Um,
Absolutely. Yeah.
However, we do our evening at the fair, which is basically just like an adults only fun fair night. We have fair games you can play. It's just really unique and a lot of fun. And all of the benefits are going to go towards our Life Pass Services
Yeah.
program, which is what we're talking about here right now, or what we were talking about earlier is melding. There we go, melding people's
Yeah.
passions with their therapies. So yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to hear how you have loved an evening at the
Well,
fair.
I'll speak briefly to this because I've gone to it many, many times. You really are, first of all, it's a casual event. But you walk into and you honestly feel like you're at a fair. And
Mm-hmm.
the games that you can play, it's just unlike any event that I typically go to, from a, in the charity scene here in Omaha.
Yeah.
And it's fun, and the music, the games, the environment, the colors. I mean, it's a very colorful event as well. And
Yes.
again, knowing that you're raising funds for QLI and these specific services. I mean, that's just the icing on the cake. I mean, it's just so much. You go for the fun, you go for the support, you go for the contribution that you're making. So it's all these beautiful things wrapped up in one. I love it.
Yeah.
So
And the big thing too about the fair is that once you have bought your ticket or once you've made your sponsorship support, we don't expect you to donate or spend any more money while you're there. It is
yeah,
just for you to come and have fun and relax and enjoy what you're doing. And like you said, what you're exactly to your point is know you're supporting something good, but you're having a great time doing it.
and you can win prizes.
Yes,
So
yes. There's
so that's also super fun. Like you said, you buy your ticket and you get to go and you win prizes. So
yep. Yeah.
so again, looking at 2024, and we're almost out of time. I know that's the big that is the big event that you have every other year.
Hmm.
Anything else that we should be thinking about in 2024?
I would just say keep QLI in mind in general. We always have fun events going on campus. We always welcome people to come for a tour. So if anybody
Yeah.
ever wants to come for a tour, they're more than welcome to come see our campus and to keep an eye out for official fair announcements and stuff like that, because that's really the cherry on top of everything, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, and I will just add on to what you said, Julia. Being able to come out and experience the campus out there, and coming out for a tour, it just seems like from when it started 30 plus years ago and where it is now and where it's going to be in the future. You guys are on the cutting edge of technology for
Hmm.
helping people create the best quality of life they can after something significant happens to them
Yeah.
and to their families. It's about the individual, and it's also about the family, and it's so important. And again, you guys are always pushing the envelope and creating beyond what was happening last year. So I really
Yeah.
applaud you on that as well.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, we really, really appreciate hearing that. You hit the nail right on the head. So thank you.
Yep. You are welcome. And again, thank you for joining me today, everybody. Just keep your eyes out on what's happening. Social media, like them on social media, and different ways to engage with QLIs. So again, Julia, thanks so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
And folks, don't go away. We will be right back.